Hello, friends. Imagine a world where you could step into a device, twist a dial, and suddenly find yourself in the past, witnessing the signing of the Declaration of Independence, or standing at the feet of the Great Pyramids being built. Or perhaps you'd leap forward in time to witness technological marvels and civilizations yet to be born. What if I told you that a recent scientific breakthrough has brought us one step closer to making time travel a reality? In this video, we'll dive deep into the mind-bending world of time travel and unravel the secrets of the double-slit experiment in time, an experiment that might just change everything we know about reality. Time travel has long fascinated humans, sparking our imagination with possibilities that defy the very fabric of our existence. To travel through time, forward or backward, and experience events from the past or future is an idea that has captivated writers, scientists, and philosophers alike for centuries. But what exactly is time travel? At its core, time travel is the concept of moving between different points in time, much like we move through space. It suggests that time is not a linear path that we are bound to follow, but a dimension that can be traversed under the right conditions. The idea of time travel has a rich history, with early mentions in ancient myths and legends. However, it was not until the advent of modern science that the concept began to take on a more serious tone. H.G. Wells' The Time Machine, published in 1895, was one of the first works to popularize the idea of time travel, setting the stage for countless other stories and theories. To understand time travel, we must first grasp the nature of time itself. Time is often perceived as a constant, an unchangeable progression from the past to the future. However, according to Einstein's theory of relativity, time is much more complex. Time is a dimension, similar to the three spatial dimensions, and it is intertwined with space to form what we call space-time. In this framework, time can be stretched or compressed depending on the relative speed and gravity of an observer, a phenomenon known as time dilation. For example, an astronaut traveling at near the speed of light would experience time much more slowly than someone on Earth. This concept is fundamental to the idea of time travel, as it suggests that under certain conditions, we could manipulate our experience of time. Before diving into the double-slit experiment in time, it is essential to understand the original double-slit experiment, a cornerstone of quantum mechanics. The experiment demonstrated that particles, such as electrons, could exhibit both particle-like and wave-like behavior, depending on whether they were observed. When electrons were fired through two slits without being observed, they created an interference pattern, as if they were waves. However, when observed, they behaved like particles, with the interference pattern disappearing. This experiment challenged our understanding of reality, suggesting that the act of observation could alter the outcome of an event, a concept that defies classical physics. Now that we have a solid understanding of the original double-slit experiment, let's delve into its mind-bending variation, the double-slit experiment in time. This experiment extends the concept of wave-particle duality beyond space, suggesting that the wave-like behavior of particles could also be affected by their interaction with time. The double-slit experiment in time posits that just as particles can interfere with themselves when passing through spatial slits, they might also do so when interacting with different moments in time. This theoretical experiment is groundbreaking because it introduces the idea that time, much like space, could have slits or intervals where particles could exhibit interference patterns. In this experiment, rather than having two spatial slits, the slits are moments in time. Imagine firing particles at two different times rather than two different locations. The question is, would these particles interfere with each other across time, creating a pattern that defies our conventional understanding of linear temporal progression? If this experiment could be conducted, it might reveal new dimensions of how time interacts with matter. It challenges the traditional view that time is a straightforward, one-way journey. Instead, it suggests that time could have a wave-like nature capable of creating interference patterns just as space does. The implications of the double-slit experiment in time are staggering. If time can exhibit wave-like behavior, it suggests that time is not as fixed as we once thought. It opens the door to the possibility that time, like space, can be manipulated or even traversed in ways we have never imagined. This experiment could be the first step towards developing technologies that allow us to control time in ways that were previously confined to science fiction. Imagine a world where we could pause, rewind, or fast-forward time at will. The potential applications are limitless, from correcting past mistakes to exploring future possibilities. But before we get too far ahead of ourselves, it's important to recognize the challenges that lie ahead. Theoretical experiments like the double-slit experiment in time are still in their infancy, and much work needs to be done before we can fully understand and harness the power of time. Nevertheless, the very fact that such experiments are being considered is a testament to the incredible progress we are making in understanding the universe. As we dive deeper into the concept of time travel, it's essential to explore some of the most prominent theories that scientists and physicists have proposed over the years. While the idea of time travel might seem far-fetched, these theories provide possible mechanisms by which time travel could be achieved, at least in theory. One of the most intriguing concepts is that of wormholes. A wormhole, also known as an Einstein-Rosen bridge, is a hypothetical tunnel that connects two separate points in space-time. If such tunnels exist, they could theoretically allow for faster-than-light travel between distant regions of the universe. And more importantly, they might enable time travel. By entering a wormhole at one point in time and exiting at another, a traveler could theoretically move backward or forward in time. However, the existence of wormholes is still purely theoretical, and even if they do exist, there are enormous challenges in stabilizing them and preventing their collapse. Another fascinating theory involves cosmic strings, narrow tubes of energy that are believed to be remnants of the early universe. These strings are incredibly dense and they possess immense gravitational pull. According to some theories, if two cosmic strings were to pass by each other at near the speed of light, they could warp space-time in such a way that time travel to the past might be possible. However, like wormholes, this concept remains speculative, and the technology required to manipulate cosmic strings is far beyond our current capabilities. The Tipler cylinder, named after physicist Frank Tipler, is another theoretical construct that could allow for time travel. A Tipler cylinder is a massive, rotating cylinder of infinite length. According to Tipler's calculations, if such a cylinder were to rotate at a sufficient speed, it could create a frame-dragging effect, twisting space-time in its vicinity and potentially allowing for closed time-like curves, essentially enabling time travel. However, the practical challenges of constructing such a cylinder are immense, and the concept remains largely in the realm of theoretical physics. While each of these theories presents a possible method for time travel, they all face significant scientific and technological hurdles. Yet, they offer tantalizing glimpses into the possibilities that lie ahead as we continue to push the boundaries of our understanding of the universe. As we consider the potential for time travel, we must also confront the various paradoxes that arise when we begin to tinker with the fabric of time. These paradoxes highlight the complexities and potential dangers of time travel, forcing us to consider the consequences of our actions on a temporal scale. One of the most well-known of these is the grandfather paradox, which we touched on earlier. The grandfather paradox poses the question, what happens if you travel back in time and prevent your grandfather from meeting your grandmother. If your grandfather never meets your grandmother, your parent, and by extension you, would never be born. But if you were never born, how could you have traveled back in time to prevent the meeting in the first place? This paradox highlights the potential contradictions that could arise from time travel, and it suggests that altering the past could have unforeseen and possibly catastrophic consequences. Another famous paradox is the bootstrap paradox, which occurs when an object or piece of information is sent back in time and becomes the very thing that allows it to exist in the first place. For example, imagine a scientist who travels back in time and gives Shakespeare a copy of his own works. Shakespeare then publishes these works under his name, and they become famous. However, where did the original works come from? This paradox raises questions about the nature of causality and the origins of ideas and objects in a timeline. One potential resolution to these paradoxes is the many worlds interpretation of quantum mechanics. According to this theory, every time a decision is made or an event occurs, the universe splits into multiple parallel realities, each one representing a different outcome. If this interpretation is correct, then time travelers might not change their own past, but could instead create an entirely new timeline in a parallel universe. This would allow for the possibility of time travel without the risk of altering the original timeline, as any changes made would only affect the newly created reality. Another possible solution is the concept of self-consistency in time travel, which suggests that any actions taken by a time traveler were always part of history to begin with. This means that any attempt to change the past would simply fulfill the events as they were always meant to occur. In this view, the timeline is self-consistent, and any paradoxes are resolved by the fact that the time traveler's actions were already accounted for in the timeline. While these theories offer potential resolutions to time travel paradoxes, they remain speculative and are the subject of ongoing debate among physicists and philosophers alike. Nevertheless, they provide valuable insights into the complexities of time travel and the challenges that lie ahead. The concept of time travel has had a profound impact on our culture and history, shaping the way we think about the past, present, and future. From ancient myths to modern science fiction, the idea of traveling through time has captivated our imagination and influenced countless works of art, literature, and film. One of the earliest depictions of time travel can be found in ancient myths and legends, where gods and heroes often possessed the ability to move through time. These stories reflected humanity's fascination with the idea of transcending the limitations of our temporal existence and gaining insight into the past and future. In the modern era, time travel became a central theme in science fiction, with H.G. Wells's The Time Machine serving as one of the most influential works on the subject. Published in 1895, The Time Machine introduced readers to the concept of a device that could transport its user through time, and it laid the groundwork for many of the time travel tropes that are still used today. The novel explored themes of social decay, the consequences of technological advancement, and the dangers of meddling with time, all of which continue to resonate with audiences. As time travel became a popular theme in literature and film, it also began to influence scientific thought. Theoretical physicists began to explore the possibilities of time travel in earnest, drawing inspiration from the imaginative works of fiction. This cross-pollination between science and fiction has led to some of the most exciting and thought-provoking ideas in modern physics. Films like Back to the Future, Terminator, and Interstellar have further popularized the concept of time travel, each offering unique interpretations of how time travel could work and the potential consequences of altering the timeline. These films have not only entertained audiences, but have also sparked discussions about the nature of time and the ethical implications of time travel. In addition to its impact on popular culture, time travel has also influenced the way we think about history. The idea that we could travel back in time and witness historical events firsthand has inspired countless historians, archaeologists, and enthusiasts to explore the past with renewed vigor. While we may not be able to physically travel through time, our fascination with the past continues to drive our pursuit of knowledge and understanding. As we look to the future, one of the most exciting prospects is the development of new technologies that could make time travel a reality. While the theories we've discussed offer potential mechanisms for time travel, turning these theories into practical technologies is a monumental challenge that will require breakthroughs in multiple scientific fields. One of the most promising areas of research is quantum computing. Quantum computers have the potential to perform calculations that are currently impossible for classical computers, and they could play a crucial role in understanding and manipulating the quantum aspects of time. By harnessing the power of quantum entanglement and superposition, scientists may one day be able to develop technologies that allow us to control time at the quantum level. Another area of interest is the exploration of exotic matter, a type of matter that has negative energy density and could potentially be used to stabilize wormholes or create other time-traveling structures. While exotic matter remains theoretical, its discovery could pave the way for new technologies that make time travel possible. Artificial intelligence could also play a significant role in the development of time travel technologies. AI systems are already being used to simulate complex physical systems and explore the possibilities of time travel in virtual environments. As AI continues to advance, it may help us overcome the technical challenges of time travel and develop new strategies for exploring the mysteries of time. Of course, these technologies are still in their infancy, and there are many challenges to overcome before time travel becomes a reality. However, the rapid pace of technological advancement gives us hope that we may one day unlock the secrets of time and open the door to new possibilities for exploration and discovery. Quantum entanglement is one of the most mysterious and fascinating phenomena in quantum mechanics, and it could hold the key to unlocking the secrets of time travel. Entanglement occurs when two particles become linked in such a way that the state of one particle instantly influences the state of the other, no matter how far apart they are. This spooky action at a distance, as Einstein famously described it, challenges our conventional understanding of causality and locality. In the context of time travel, quantum entanglement could provide a means of connecting different points in time. If two particles were entangled across different time periods, manipulating one particle in the present could potentially influence its partner in the past or future. This idea opens up intriguing possibilities for communication across time, and even the possibility of transmitting information backward or forward in time. One potential application of quantum entanglement in time travel is the concept of a quantum time machine. Imagine a device that uses entangled particles to send information or objects through time. While this might sound like science fiction, researchers are already exploring the theoretical underpinnings of such a device. If successful, it could revolutionize our understanding of time and enable new forms of communication and exploration. However, there are significant challenges to overcome before quantum entanglement can be harnessed for time travel. One of the biggest obstacles is the phenomenon known as decoherence, which occurs when entangled particles interact with their environment and lose their entangled state. To maintain entanglement over long periods or across vast distances in time, Scientists will need to find ways to protect particles from decoherence, potentially requiring advances in quantum computing and materials science. Despite these challenges, the potential of quantum entanglement for time travel is an exciting area of research, offering new avenues for exploring the mysteries of the universe and pushing the boundaries of what is scientifically possible. If time travel were to become a reality, it would have profound implications not just for science and technology, but also for human psychology. The experience of moving through time, whether into the past or the future, could have significant psychological effects, both positive and negative. One of the most immediate psychological challenges of time travel would be the disorientation caused by suddenly finding oneself in a different time period. Our sense of identity and reality is closely tied to our temporal context, and being uprooted from that context could lead to feelings of confusion, anxiety, and even existential distress. Time travelers might struggle to adapt to new environments, especially if the cultural, technological, and social norms are vastly different from what they are accustomed to. There is also the potential for temporal homesickness, a longing to return to one's original time period. Just as travelers to distant lands can experience homesickness, time travelers might feel a deep sense of disconnection from their familiar time and place. This could be especially challenging for those who spend extended periods in the past or future, leading to a sense of alienation or loss of identity. On the other hand, time travel could also offer positive psychological experiences, such as the opportunity to gain new perspectives on life and history. Experiencing different eras firsthand could lead to greater empathy and understanding of different cultures and time periods, enriching our sense of humanity and broadening our worldview. Time travel could also provide a unique sense of freedom, allowing individuals to explore different paths and possibilities that would otherwise be closed off by the constraints of time. However, the potential psychological effects of time travel underscore the need for careful consideration and preparation. Time travelers would likely require extensive training and psychological support to help them cope with the challenges of temporal dislocation. Additionally, ethical considerations would need to be addressed to ensure that time travel does not cause undue harm to individuals or societies. One of the most significant economic impacts of time travel would be the potential for uneven access to future knowledge. If individuals or companies could travel to the future and gain knowledge of upcoming technological advancements, market trends, or geopolitical events, they would have a significant advantage over those who do not have access to such information. This could lead to increased economic inequality and the concentration of wealth and power in the hands of a few. To address this issue, governments and international organizations would need to establish regulations to ensure that time travel does not exacerbate economic disparities. This might involve creating public access to future knowledge, setting limits on the use of future information for financial gain, or developing new economic models that account for the impact of time travel. Time travel could also disrupt existing industries and create new ones. For example, the ability to travel to the past or future could lead to the development of time tourism, where individuals pay to visit different eras and experience historical events firsthand. This could create a booming new industry with significant economic benefits for those involved. However, it could also lead to the decline of traditional tourism and other industries that rely on the present-day economy. Another potential economic impact is the alteration of global trade. If time travel allows individuals to transport goods and resources across time, it could lead to new trade routes and markets that span different eras. This could create opportunities for economic growth, but also challenges for regulating and managing time-based trade. governments would need to develop new policies and frameworks to ensure that time travel supports fair and sustainable trade practices. Finally, time travel could have significant implications for intellectual property and innovation. If individuals can access future technologies and ideas, it could lead to conflicts over the ownership and rights to these innovations. This would require the development of new intellectual property laws and regulations to protect the rights of creators and innovators across time. The double-slit experiment in time represents a bold step forward in our quest to understand the nature of time and the possibilities of time travel. While we are still far from achieving the kind of time travel depicted in science fiction, the very fact that we are considering such experiments is a testament to the incredible progress we have made. As we continue to explore the mysteries of time, we must remain mindful of the ethical and philosophical implications of our discoveries. Time travel is not just a scientific challenge, it is a profound journey into the unknown, one that will require us to rethink our understanding of reality and our place in the universe. The future of time travel is uncertain, but one thing is clear. We are on the cusp of a new era in our understanding of time. Whether we will one day unlock the secrets of time travel remains to be seen, but the journey to get there will undoubtedly be one of the most exciting and challenging adventures in the history of science. If you're ready to take your space knowledge to the next level, check out the telescope and binocular links in the video description below. As an Amazon associate, I earn from qualifying purchases, but it won't cost you a penny extra. Thank you for joining us on this journey through time. Please like, comment, and share the video, and please do not forget to subscribe for more videos.